Hello, students of grade 9. We are going to start Unit 1 reading II today. Start our today's topic. Unit 1 reading II. The title of the topic is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. This is a poem composed by the great literary figure of English literature, Robert Frost. So before starting the text, let's have the discussion with these two questions we have here before the text. Look at the picture below and answer the questions. Let's have a look on this picture. Yeah, so you can look at on this picture, and in this picture a man is traveling with his horse and he's on the way, and the scenario is very snowy, snow falling, and the way is very extraordinary, splendid view. The traveler is on the way in a forest, and very splendid and beautiful scenario is presented here in the picture. And let's go to the question and we can discuss about these two questions. What do you think the man in the picture is? Can you answer me? Yeah, the answer is exactly the man is on the way in his journey, and he is in a snowy forest. Next question, why do you think he has stopped there? Can you answer me? Yeah, exactly. The answer is the man is stopped momentarily by the snowy woods. The view, the scenario is the splendid snowy woods stopped the man on his way. Now let's go to the poem. This poem, as I told you earlier, is written by Robert Frost. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening was written by Robert Frost in 1922. Yeah, it was first published in the collection of New Hampshire. Yeah, it was published there, and the poem has 16 lines which are divided into 4 stanzas. All total there are 4 stanzas, first, second, third and fourth stanza. Its rhyme scheme is, the rhyme of the poem is AA, BB, BB, CB, CC, DC and DDD. This is the rhyming pattern of, so in the poem. So first the poet describe human life, and the human life is compared with a journey. The speaker is a traveler. So the poet reflects, consider him as a traveler. He has to reach his destination before taking rest. So he will not take rest, or he will not stop his journey before reaching his destination. However, he is distracted by the transitory, momentary pleasure in the form of woods, form of forest. The speaker realizes that he has to fulfill his many duties and responsibilities before his life finish. Means before his death he has to finish many responsibilities and duties in his life. One evening, The speaker stopped by the woods for some time on his way. So on his during his journey, while he was traveling, he stops by the woods for few moments. He knows the owner of the woods and even where he lives. He knows everything. He's enjoying his moment in solitude, in loneliness, and is a bit relaxed, comfortable, thinking that the owner cannot see him, immersed in the beauty of his snowy covered woods. Yeah, this is we can find this in first stanza, whose woods are I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snowy. So in second stanza, my little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. So in second stanza, the poet and the traveler has compared with beauty, enchanted beauty. So the incomparable beauty has enchanted him. He has stopped there for a moment to watch the snowfall in the forest. And at the same time, the speaker realizes that his little horse must be finding it strange, different, as he has stopped so far from any human civilization. There is no farmhouse close by or nearby. There is no human settlement, but his owner has stopped there. So by seeing this, the horse can feel strange, think strange. There is no farmhouse close by, and there are surrounded his owner and the horse, meaning they are surrounded by the forest and frozen lake in the darkest evening of the year. So these lines indicate that the speaker is a humble person, kind person, and they probably spend a lot of time together. Okay. So in third stanza, let's go to third stanza. He gives his harness bell in a shake, bells a shake, to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downing flake. So in third stanza, though the horse cannot utter a word, so though the horse cannot communicate with his master, but the speaker can feel its emotions, but they can understand the emotions of each others. The speaker knows that the horse is shaking his bells, shaking his body attached to his harness to ask his master if there is any problem. So if there is problem, so they can understand each other by emotion. They can communicate each other by the emotion, as it is unusual for him to stop by the woods in the darkness. The only other sound that the speaker can realize, can feel, is or can hear beyond the harness bells ringing is the sweeping noise coming from the slight wind and the softly falling snow. So let's go to last stanza of the poem. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So, in this last stanza of the poem, the speaker says, or the speaker describes the woods as beautiful, dark, and deep. He is enjoying, he is being attracted by the beauty of the place and wishes to stay longer there. However, he has other responsibilities to fulfill. So he has so many responsibilities in his life. So leaving other those responsibilities apart, he cannot stop there to watch, observe the beauty of the forest or snowy forest. So he has to fulfill all his duties and responsibilities before he sleeps. So he cannot stay there. He cannot stop there. He has to go miles. He has to travel some miles away. He has to travel miles away, and he will be reminded of the glorious, very beautiful, splendid view of nature again and again in his life, forever in his mind.